Welcome everyone to our weekly live Q&A. If you do have any health or fitness questions, feel free to throw them in the comments. I'll cover them as I see them come up. If you're watching on the replay or our YouTube channel, you can still post your comments. We will just cover those in the following week's live Q&A from there. Hope everyone is having a great new year, good start, working on your New Year's goals. What I want to talk about is kind of assessing your progress on those goals. So assessing progress is important. That way you kind of have an idea of where you stand. The big factor is we don't want to stay stuck on negativity when we're making that assessment. So, we're wrapping up the first week of the new year. Take some time, look at what you've accomplished in regards to your goals. Well, I always recommend going through kind of the good, bad, and the ugly. Give yourself credit for good, okay? Even if you set your goal to do a workout 5 days a week, maybe you only got 2. 2 is still progress if you were doing 0. So that's still a move forward in the right direction, even though we're not quite to our goal yet. It's important to give yourself credit for those accomplishments, recognize the good, give yourself credit for the good. Then we look at kind of the bad and the ugly. What I mean by that is like, okay, we were trying to get a workout in every day, but we only got 2. So now we want to look and assess what caused us to miss those other 3 days for our workouts. Was it a scheduling issue? Was it an access issue? Was it just something, again, good, bad, and ugly, something catastrophic came up on a couple of days that just we had no way or control to make a change and get that workout in. Assessing all of that is important, whether it's how many days a week we're working out, what we're doing with our nutrition, and then really any other goal. So assess, give yourself credit for what you've done good, what you've accomplished. Then look at where we maybe fell short at and identify the cause. The cause is the important part, not the fact of whether you did or didn't do it. It's getting down to that root. What was the issue? If it was I didn't actually plan enough time in my schedule, now we know, assessing for next week, we need to make time adjustments when we're planning that schedule in our routine to be more successful on those other days that we missed for next week. If it is an access issue, maybe we planned on doing workouts at a certain time of day, but the location that you wanted to do your workouts didn't have class or hours open and available for you to go at that time, which means now you need to either pick a different day, pick a different time of day that day, or pick a different type of exercise that doesn't involve going into that gym. Maybe in regards to access, it was realizing after 2 days that you have the wrong foot gear, and it was starting, you couldn't do your walking because the only shoes you have don't really support going for long walks. Getting yourself the right shoes so that's not an issue would be your main focus for this weekend to be successful next week. If it was in aspects of food and things like that, looking at what you did good, again, what did you miss? And then again, was it an access issue where you ran out of fruits and vegetables that you were trying to increase on your daily intake, and you just didn't have enough to get through? Was it a schedule issue where you didn't realize how long it actually took to cook and prepare some stuff, and you're not going to be able to do that at that time in the week, and we need to do more pre-prepping to be successful for that? Or is it an access issue where you got the right amount of fruits and vegetables, but the fresh fruits and vegetables, by the time Thursday, Friday came around, most of them had gone bad and you couldn't eat them? So now we need to look at, do we either need to plan on a second visit to get those fresh, or do we need to look at some frozen or canned options in order to have later in the week options to utilize to still stay on target with that? So the big thing that I want you to take away is don't beat yourself up for areas that you weren't successful in your goal pursuit. identify why you weren't successful, and then plan how you can be successful around that issue. So again, it's usually access, scheduling, or planning are usually the main three factors for most goal misses. So if you take a little time, assess what happened, and then plan on what you can do differently to be more successful next week in implementation of that pursuit. Other aspects may be, in respect to time, maybe you set a goal of your workouts are going to be 60 minutes, and you went through do your workout and you can't last 60 minutes. That's okay. We have a goal that we can build up to. It doesn't mean that we missed, it's just now we know that we've got to kind of build to that. So however long you were able to go for, that's kind of our starting point. Now we want to build and add to that each time that we go in. So whether that be, if it's some sort of cardio exercise, just adding 30 to 60 seconds every time we go. That way we're slowly increasing, getting more and more to get to that 30 or 60 minute goal that you have. Or if it's just adding another set to one exercise every workout so we can get to that total set range that you're trying to get to. If you're brand new to exercise, don't be surprised if trying to pursue those workout designs were a little too much the first time out. It's okay to not necessarily back it off, but maybe you can only get through 1 or 2 sets of each exercise. Start with that, build up your rep ranges, then you can go for that extra set and reduce the rep ranges. And there's a lot of different ways to play around and still ultimately be successful, and still, more importantly, be making continuous progress to that ultimate goal that you're trying to achieve. If for whatever reason you're kind of coming up and you just don't know what to do next or what the true obstacle is for you, I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you. Send me a message, or you can give us a call or text. We can set up a time to call and have that conversation about what your challenges are, what you keep running into, whether it be a hurdle or a full obstacle. And we kind of have a conversation about what ways you can get around or through those in order to be ultimately successful. Other than that, I hope everyone has a great week. Keep up the pursuit with your goals. Remember, give yourself credit for what you are doing, and identify what you can do differently to be more successful with anything that you missed. And most importantly, stay persistent in your consistent pursuit of health.